Space.
The final frontier.
These are the voyages of the Starship Enterprise. Her 5-year mission to fucking make an amazing movie.
To go where no other movie has gone before.
Welcome to Visio Cracks, and this is our review of Star Trek Beyond.
Okay, today and every day since I was born, I'm Sean. And to describe the film in one sentence, I would describe it as a desperate attempt to use Idris Elba in order to prop up a franchise which is failing.
Wow.
Ouch.
Wow. Clearly just don't enjoy anything in life, do you?
I enjoy Star Wars.
You should just go and choke on your own words right now.
I enjoy Star Wars.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Well,
Philistine.
one sentence. Very enjoyable thrill ride.
Ooh.
This is a sabotage. I really enjoyed it.
Alright, one sentence. It was the Star Trek film to be, but it was poorly handled.
Was it the Star Trek film we needed, but not the Star Trek film we deserved?
Yes, it was a Star Trek film.
Although actually, because considering we like the first two, was it the Star Trek film we deserved, but not the one we needed?
Yeah, it was the one we deserved, but the one that got handled like bloody The Big Lebowski. Like, it was just terrible.
Don't you are
You saying it's terrible?
No, I liked the film and it had the best foundation and it had the right things in it, but they just messed it up right at the end. Well, the last half.
Okay, we'll go into that.
Yeah.
right. So characters, come on, let's
Characters. My favourite part of the film was their decision to, well, nothing new, blow up the Enterprise, but just to throw the characters into situations in the specific ways they did, pairing certain characters together so they can bounce off each other.
Yeah.
Particularly Spock and Bones.
I suppose it was good seeing them spend an extended period of time off the ship. Wasn't it?
It's just not fucking Kirk has to get punched and do his stupid punched face all the time. Chris Pine knows how to take a punch, but I enjoyed, definitely seeing these characters which I've personally come to care about because I enjoyed the first two films. Yeah, I don't say they're my favourite films of all time, blah blah, but I've enjoyed them. I didn't hate them. I didn't absolutely love them, but they're a good watch. I mean, in a world where we have fucking Transformers, which makes billions of dollars, people eat that shit up. I'm glad we have a Star Trek, which is definitely a more watchable film.
No, the second one was just as bad as any of the worst of the Transformers films.
No,
That is a statement and a half.
Yeah.
Maybe not Transformers 1, but the others are like, some of them you just fucking can't watch. Like, I don't know what the fuck is going on.
Star Trek Into Darkness.
It's just Shia LaBeouf
was
stuttering and
was as bad as Transformers Age of Extinction, the last one that came out, the fourth one, which is almost unwatchable.
not even close.
No, it wasn't.
Not even close.
Yes, Into
That
Darkness
was the
alright.
worst one.
Benedict Cumberbatch alone made me hate that film.
He was a good role in that film.
Oh, he wasn't.
He was.
No, not if you've seen the original Wrath of Khan, he wasn't.
It was a good job I haven't
Because, and I don't want to.
Yeah, I don't want to.
Because, and I don't want to.
Yeah, I don't want to.
Because, and I don't want to.
Yeah, I don't want to.
Because, and I don't want to.
Yeah, I don't want to.
Because, and I don't want to.
Yeah, I don't want to.
Because, and I don't want to.
Yeah, I don't want to.
Because, and I don't want to.
Yeah, I don't want to.
Because, and I don't want to.
Yeah, I don't want to. Because that was alright, Into Darkness. I like the big ship as well, the big black one.
Yeah, I knew you would. Anything that's big, black, and phallic, you do love.
That shoots things.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, it was a warship. That's what I wanted to see. That's what I paid to see, and that's
I
what I
agree.
got.
It wasn't much new, but it was just enjoyable.
Anyway, back to the Beyond.
No, wait.
Yeah,
hang on a second here. I want to establish it. Neither of you two have seen Star Trek Wrath of Khan.
No.
You are both horrors.
John said it's not even that good. He says it's just It's just alright. It's worth watching.
It is absolutely worth watching.
It's not that good. It's not as good as you make out to be.
Star Trek Into Darkness. I didn't say it was good. I just said it was better than Star Trek Into Darkness.
Okay.
Star Trek Into Darkness is like a lesser copy of Wrath of Khan, or like so much that you'd be surprised how much of it they took from Wrath of Khan.
Yeah, I know they switched around Khan, who died, and all that shit.
Every film they made is a lesser version of the originals, because the originals were like seasons long. And the movies were like going off the back of seasons. So
I've never watched the original series of Star Trek.
yeah, but they had that culture there. There is none of that now. There isn't a running Star Trek season up to date, is there? Like,
No, there's a good reason for that.
probably. But if they had that, then Into Darkness might have been a whole different. It might have been like a remastered Wrath of Khan.
No, I don't think that would have been the case at all.
They had to squeeze all of old Star Trek into a movie today.
No, that exactly is the problem with why that film was the way it was, because it's that sort of thing. They didn't have to do that at all. They didn't have to get the old series into the film at all. They could do something completely original, which is why Beyond is being more well received, because it is something new.
I thought it's been
and
received
original.
pretty much the same, if not a bit less worse on review websites.
Probably because they couldn't give Benedict Cumberbatch fellatio over it, but.
Really hate the guy.
No, I don't hate him at all. I hate people's worshipping of him.
I won't worship him,
He's a
but he's
decent
alright.
No, you guys don't. You guys are decent human beings, but there's plenty out there that do.
Yeah.
I suppose.
Anyway,
Back-
Beyond.
Back
Yeah.
to Beyond. Beyond!
Back. Let's go beyond Into Darkness.
Right, so I'm just going to spiel off.
You go for it, mate. You go.
No structure, just spieling off.
No, we're sticking with characters, aren't we? Let's go characters.
Alright, okay, right. So I'm just going to go in there with Krull. Can I start with Krull? Any
Yes.
objections?
No objection.
He was the best villain for Star Trek, without a shadow of doubt, except for when they ruined him. They was going on a 5-year mission into the unknown. Krull, who they come across, is an unknown entity with an unknown background who can regenerate himself off other life. And when he did that, we saw like flickers of different species in him. So we've got no reference to who he is, or where he started, or where he came from. That is the ultimate unknown. They are fighting the unknown. That's why he was such a good villain. And with his army of bees and his drones, he was pretty badass. He was pretty unstoppable. He was the fight that they needed. And then they ruined him when they turned him into a human from Starfleet. It was such a sad moment.
But do you not think that had emotional weight, though, the fact that he was them? Like, it wasn't like, because Khan was someone who was created before Starfleet. The Romulans in the first film were a reaction to Starfleet's actions in the future.
Yeah, exactly.
But this is Starfleet
As it
itself.
is.
This is like
Yeah, but I'm sick of that. They've manufactured their own bad guys for the last 2 films. We're going into the unknown now. We want to come across someone. They're leading. If they're going to continue this franchise, they're going to have to put the Borg in it at some point. And this would have been the perfect stepping stone. If they did, when he was doing that regeneration stuff, if you saw a flicker of like the Borg, you're like, oh, this guy's come up against the Borg, and like, you don't know how old he is. You don't know anything. That's the point of him. That's what I liked about him. Him being part of Starfleet is just like, oh my god, they couldn't think of a way to beat him, so we're just gonna figure out that he was once us, and we'll play with his emotions, blah 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 blah. And also, his whole theme was pretty good, like the theme of unity versus independence, and how he used that against Starfleet to get what he wanted. Do you know when he took Sulu? Is it Sulu?
Sulu.
Yeah, Sulu. And he was like, he got what he wanted. He's like, unity is your weakness. It's like, he makes a valid point. He's right. He got what he wanted out of that. So you don't know if, before they made him into a human, you don't know if he was a race that built all these bees and this regeneration technology, and he's the last one.
Did we not find out that he didn't build it though? Did not
he
find them?
found it on that planet, which I think was something else. Like he should have been a race of people, and they fought out amongst themselves, and he's like the last one, the last leader, the strongest one.
He's like Megatron.
Yeah, basically, he's like the Megatron of the Krulls.
Of the Krulls.
Yeah, but
We are the Krulls.
yeah, but the whole idea of Federation, because they showed us the big space globe with all the aliens in it from all the different species, all different planets. That's unity in a glass ball, and he's independent, and like it that was the theme, and they should
I
have
did not
rolled
look
with it.
into it this deep.
Sorry, man, that's my
That is
spiel.
good.
That's my spiel.
Pretty good.
That is
Next,
some good analysing right there.
I heard that the guy Carl Urban that plays Bones was a bit disenfranchised after the last two films because he wasn't in the original series. Bones, Spock, and Kirk were a merry trio. They were the core of the show.
It's because they played on the Spock Kirk relationship too much.
Yeah, because
And it was just them two as well.
Yeah, because this harkens back to that, like what you were saying before, the idea they're trying to, because the original films had the series to go off. You'd seen Kirk and Spock as friends, as growing together, as adjusting to the way each other did things over 3 seasons, I think it was, before it got cancelled. But in this one, they spent 2 films desperately trying to establish those two as mates.
yeah,
And go through that entire arc, haven't they? So it was pretty good seeing Bones and Spock together. It was quite funny.
No, they were definitely the best two polar opposites to put together.
yeah, they worked well together. They were a good bit. Although I think I preferred Scotty and Jayla.
Yeah.
I prefer that dynamic.
Well, Simon
He wrote
Simon
this
Pegg,
one.
Yeah, he wrote and directed it, didn't he? I think.
No,
Yeah,
he didn't direct it.
Did not co-direct it, I thought.
He did co-direct it.
He might have
There was another director
He must
with
have
him.
directed some units or something then.
Yeah.
But it was the Fast and Furious guy, and I thought he did a lot better than I thought it would do, because thinking of the Fast and Furious films he's done, he gave us Tokyo Drift.
Oh, that was a good one. That was one of the better ones. Fast and Furious.
I enjoyed all the Fast and Furious films.
Tokyo Drift is my favourite.
The 4th one is pretty boring. The 5th one is the best. The first one with The Rock.
Yeah.
But then again, it's like that's a very different type of film. I think he handled. Yeah, I like the way he handled it in the end.
Did you notice the detail put into it as well? Do you know when there was being transported with the Enterprise? It was the beams of light that fly around him in circles like fireflies. And then when they were being transported on the Franklin, it was all like glitchy, patchy, like the old school Star Trek from the series, where it was all like.
They're good at that. They always do harken back, don't they? But I found that this time around it was more homages and cameos and nods, as opposed to like full on ripping things from previous films.
Yeah.
Also, like plot holes, they just left that super underwhelming weapon just floating in space active, all these nanomites coming out of it, and it's just floating away. They never dealt with it. They don't show you dealing with it.
Maybe that is something to deal with off screen, but I suppose.
But they don't address it.
It's kind of like.
And it was so like, oh, he's making this death machine, and it was a pocket-sized nanomite grenade. It was nothing.
What? Another plot hole. What about the?
Next to phasers and torpedoes, that is not very devastating.
Oh, it can be.
But when it gets
the
in
grey
the
goo.
right.
Of what?
Grey goo.
No.
The idea is that nanites they reproduce by eating the resources around them, and the fear is that one day, if they allowed the nanites to just reproduce exponentially, basically turn the
Nothing will
entire
stop.
they wouldn't stop. They'd eat all humans, all matter, and basically turn the planet into a big blob of grey goo.
Well, if they explain that's what this could do, then I'll be like, oh shit, we need to sort this shit out. But from what I saw, I was just sort of like, it's a really slow, primitive way of killing someone compared to just energy that they can fire out of the guns.
But it's also small and compact. They didn't really have energy. He had his fleet, but that had been taken out, which is what I wanted to go to, the plot hole of them playing music.
That wasn't a plot hole, that was awesome. It was so cheesy, but I loved it. It was like...
It was a plot. They're an advanced species, and somehow like radio signals are interrupted. Surely they'd have system like redundancies built into these advanced machines. Like if they stop communicating, they'll stop moving. Like, they're not just going to keep flying about crazy, are they? They're going to stop moving.
That's what they did. That's why they crashed into each other and blew up.
They just stop moving.
Yeah.
No, because if they just stopped moving, they wouldn't be crashing into each other, would they?
No, because all the other ones that are flying right next to it are still trying to move, and they're just going into it.
Yeah.
This is where my ruse of pretending that I've actually seen the film is falling down.
Have you not seen it?
No.
Yeah, you have. You saw it with me.
No, I didn't.
You haven't seen Star Trek?
No.
Oh, right. You need to go see it, man.
I've just been winging it this entire conversation.
Right, you got me. Jeez. Yeah, so yeah, it was good, that scene though. That scene was good, wasn't it?
I enjoyed it.
I think
Because
it was a case of-
it felt very Simon Pegg. The way like he built it up with J-Lo, like, all that infernal racket.
Yeah.
I've got just the thing.
Yeah.
You knew what was coming. It was just like nice, light-hearted.
Yeah.
Just like you say, it was cheesy, but I didn't find it over the top cheesy. I enjoyed it.
And he was proper OP, but they dealt with him in such a cheesy manner that I could accept them beating him that way. Like, if it was any other way, I'd be like, yeah, but he had a swarm of droids.
Yeah, that no weapon has been invented to deal with that shit.
They dodge torpedoes, and there's too many of them for lasers, so...
It's like...
But with that
I
was
found
like,
that interesting.
yeah.
That was a cool new threat.
And also, the way Scotty escaped the ship with a torpedo, and all the things just avoided it because they thought it was a weapon, and he just flew right through them all and just escaped them. That was pretty cool.
That was
cool. Quite clever, in fact.
Yeah, it was. And
It always was
also,
just torpedoes.
Continue.
No, I've not got nothing. What was you thinking of?
Okay, so you guys liked it.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it, but I'll watch it when I can view it for free on Sky. Because as may have come across, well, the first one was pretty cool. Didn't like the second one at all. This one sounds like it's a step back to form, and if you take it in the same way as you take Fast and Furious, which is you're there just to have a bit of fun.
Yeah.
And it's not meant to be anything. It's not going for any Oscars. It's
but
not
I
meant to
consider
redefine
these to
sci-fi.
be better quality than the Fast and Furious. These Star Trek films.
Definitely higher class of film. Also, the guy that played Chekhov died, didn't he?
Yeah.
And they inserted a scene where Kirk and Bones have a drink. They tip a drink to him. It was like just a glass on the table. And
that was tastefully done.
That was nice,
It was done with taste.
But then it was completely overshadowed by the guy that plays the original Spock dying.
Oh, Leonard Nimoy.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they give it he died before the production.
Yeah.
And then they had this whole thing. It was like a big thing, wasn't it? Because obviously he died. Everything was completed.
Right.
It's like
you can't just take that out. Yeah.
And they don't want to Paul Walker it.
Yeah.
This is what really pisses me off about Fast and Furious, especially the next ones. Like obviously the last one, because he was during the production of that one, and like, but as soon as Vin Diesel announced like 3 more sequels, and like the last one was for Paul, this next one is from Paul. It's like you can't skate off it, and they didn't do that in this. They didn't skate off. Chekhov or Leonard. But no, the Chekhov thing was a horrible accident. But yeah, I like to touch on that because how it is it's his whiskey or is it whiskey?
Yeah.
Yeah, like they're saying they hadn't had a good drink in a while. They hadn't had a stop, and he's just like, I've looked in Chekhov's locker, and then they take some of his whiskey like without him knowing, but they have a drink. Say it's for him.
It was clearly like breaking the fourth wall because Chekhov's still in all the other scenes, but it's in that scene it's as if they've lost Chekhov.
Yeah.
And they've just come
they're
to
toasting
terms
to
with it.
they're toasting, Kirk's father. It's just like why am I all doing this? But because it's like we stole it from Chekhov. It is a really nice nod. Yeah. But no, they said they're not going to recast him.
No. All right. So same with other formats. If you could change one thing in the film that you think may make it better, what would you change?
I would keep Krull as an unknown entity.
Okay, James.
I like the film how it was. It wasn't perfect, but I wouldn't change it.
It wasn't, but you wouldn't change anything about it at all.
I don't know what I would change that will make it better.
I didn't say you could change something.
I don't think I could change it, because if I took away something, I thought, because personally, I didn't have an emotional connection to Krull. I didn't think he was as intimidating as the others, because you've seen hand to hand, right? Kirk against Nero and Kirk against Khan.
Yeah.
He was getting the shit.
Yeah.
Couldn't land a punch and stuff. But I guess Krull, he was weak at the start. He didn't
No, Krull rugby, as soon as he saw him, he didn't even hesitate. He just rugby tackled him, pinned him against the wall, and then held him up with one hand.
Yeah, but I didn't see.
There was a beast to him. And sorry, we're going back. I'm rewinding this tape. I'm taking on a bit more. Why Krull was awesome, because he was savage. No, he was savage, beast-like, but he acted like he was lost in space for thousands of years. He had the intelligence of a spacefaring race, but also
he was lost as well.
He had the dormant. He was very dormantly deductive. He didn't say much, but he was listening all the time. Like when he was talking to Lieutenant Uhura. That was just he said very few things, but got all the information he needed out of her. He knew her name by the end of it, and I didn't realise that, because obviously you know it as Lieutenant Uhura, but you don't realise that this is the first time he's met her. And then when he says it at the end, it's like, oh Christ, this guy's on. He's not just a beast, a mindless animal. He's deducting as much as he can, and he tricks him many times. He sends the wrong coordinates with their SOS message, and he's got quite a plan. If it wasn't for the VHF sabotage soundtrack, he would have won.
Good. Well, right. Well, largely a positive review. We don't always give almost any film a positive review.
No.
So we usually give a lot of criticisms.
That's easy, an 8 out of 10.
This may be because I've
definitely.
not seen it, so I'm not here to actually critique the shit out of it. But
yeah.
Anyway, well, thanks for listening. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up and drop a comment in the box below. Subscribe and tune in for more video cracks next time. Thanks for listening.